Hello, everyone. I am just in awe. This is such a beautiful topic. I'm in awe of life, of God, of the whole phenomena of synchronicity and alignment. Listening to Dr. Eric and Jillian talk about, could they be separate? Could the alignment, the synchronicity, and the phenomena be separate from each other? And I just knew right away, no, they can't be separate because we are not separate. And we are the pieces of the threads of synchronicity always in our life. Just think of Dr. Pearl and the synchronicities that it took for him to receive the information, to be able to put the pieces of alignment in synchronistic events together to understand the phenomena of reconnective healing. And then here we are, a piece of that as well. We are the threads, we're the pieces that are having the effect on other people in that same flow. And I think it's when we recognize it that we begin to realize that this has been happening probably ever since I've been born, ever since you've been born, ever since time over cultures, in ancient times. And yet it takes each of us to recognize it, to see it. And I do believe that there's some beliefs that we have to understand about these concepts before we begin to really see it. I can remember Dr. Dyer always saying, we'll see it when we believe it. And that happened to me. And when I began taking a look at why I was separating them back then, because I would think that I had missed an opportunity or I had missed something in my life, that I made a wrong decision. But until I realized that it's a flow, it's all in one, and that choice that I made may have turned that thread from a straight line to a curve, but in the end, the phenomena was still going to happen. I can remember when I began traveling more, my world was beginning to open wide. The people that I met, the books that I read, the studying all about healing and understanding it, the science behind it, all of these were pieces of the alignment coming together along with the synchronicities that were happening at the moment to help the phenomena take place. It's just like the meeting of the woman who made this necklace for me in the Amazon, who lived in a small little hut, and she was the smiling, most beautiful lady in the world, happy, loved her life, loved what she was doing. And then I met this sloth in that same time frame and had an experience that was unexplainable. And then the person who was involved in the getting of a piece of pottery that I would bring from each village or from each corner of the culture in the world, of where I would begin to realize that these are people that I was meeting and that they were opening things inside of me. And yet there was a constant flow. I just didn't recognize it at the time. But now I'm realizing that those synchronicities and alignments to have things happen has been happening ever since the beginning of my life. And it's in yours too. We're crisscrossing each other in books we read, in places we go, and the fun we have, even in books that we never thought we would read, and they have something in it for us. And when I travel to places, there's always a new person that's got that part of the flow from the alignment to the synchronicity. And it might be the person I'm behind the counter. It might be the person I meet walking down the street. Or it might be one of you that has made a difference in my life. Once we recognize it, we realize they cannot be separate. And that's what keeps me in awe. That's why this painting is here, to remind me of the awe and beauty in the recognition that that's where the joy, the love, the fun that we have in our life to become and do the things that, the eye-opening things that are just right for us. I know you have them too. Please tell me about them. I'd love to hear them, of your flow. Thank you. It was great to be with you again.